Hello, welcome to OJ Studios. Please enjoy this week's chapter of Punishment 2, Return of Amanda, by Olivia Julius. I walked over to the judges who told me where to sit. I was in the middle seat with two judges on either side of me. They gave me a piece of paper with a pencil and told me to write down two names for Easter Princess once the mayor gets done interviewing the contestants. Whoever had the most votes from the five of us would win Easter Princess, while the second most votes would get runner-up. I nodded my head and told them that I understood what to do. I wanted to tell them that I had done this before back when I was the previous Easter Prince, but I didn't want to give away that I am really a boy. A lady walked by the judges' table and dropped off a tiara and an Easter Princess sash. They looked almost identical to mine that was currently at my house inside of Dad's office. The only difference was that mine said last year on the sash while the sash said this year. I watched as a group of girls were led up to the stage by the mayor. I spotted both Brittany and Emily as they both stood next to each other. Another girl that I didn't know was standing next to them. She was wearing a light blue dress and was all smiles as she looked at the crowd below her. Next to her was Rhea, who briefly looked at me before looking back at the crowd and smiling. The mayor took the microphone and began the introductions, each contestant sharing a little about themselves and what Easter meant to them. As the mayor spoke, I couldn't help but glance at Rhea, who seemed confident and determined. My mind raced as I considered the potential consequences of Rhea's threat. Should I give in and let her win the Easter Princess title, or should I stand my ground and face the potential fallout? The decision weighed heavily on me as the mayor concluded the interviews, and it was time for me to make my choice. I carefully observed each contestant, trying to ignore the pressure and tension building inside me. Brittany and Emily both looked radiant on stage, embodying the spirit of Easter with grace and enthusiasm. The girl in the light blue dress, who I found out her name was Mackenzie, seemed genuinely happy to be there. Rhea, on the other hand, exuded a different energy. Her smile appeared forced, and her eyes flickered with a competitive edge. The confrontation at the stage lingered in my mind, adding an extra layer of complexity to an already challenging decision. I wondered to myself why this contest was so important to Rhea. Why was she so set on winning? Was it because she had to win at everything? Or was there some personal reason? As the mayor wrapped up the interviews, I took a deep breath, trying to center myself. The judges turned towards me, anticipating my decision. I knew that whatever choice I made would have consequences, and the weight of responsibility pressed on my shoulders. I picked up the pencil and began to write down the name of the new Easter Princess. My hand hesitated for a moment as I glanced at Rhea, who was watching me. It was clear that she desperately wanted this title. I tried to look over at the other judges, but their vote was hidden from view. I took a deep breath, and, at that moment, I decided. I couldn't let Rhea's threats dictate my choices. Easter Princess wasn't up for sale with me. So, I wrote down who I believed would be perfect for Easter Princess. I wrote down Brittany's name because ever since I met her, she has been nice to me, even when she found out that I was really Adam. She didn't change who she was around me. The second name I wrote down was Emily's name. She has changed so much after our first encounter together. And now I can almost count her as my friend. With the names written down, I folded the piece of paper and handed it to one of the judges. The crowd fell into a hushed silence as the judges collected the votes, exchanging glances but keeping their expressions unreadable. I wasn't allowed to see their votes, so I have no idea who they voted for, or if they voted for Rhea or not. It was now up to fate. Will Brittany become Easter Princess? Will Emily become Easter Princess? Or will it be Mackenzie? I prayed that it would be anyone but Rhea. The mayor took the stage again, thanking the contestants for their participation in building the anticipation for the announcement of the Easter Princess and the runner-up. The atmosphere crackled with tension, and I couldn't escape the weight of the decision I had just made. The judges conferred briefly, and then the mayor took the envelope containing the results. As he opened it, my heart raced, and I stole a glance at Ria. Her eyes bore into mine, searching for any sign of weakness or hesitation. In the spirit of Easter, let us celebrate the embodiment of kindness, grace, and joy, the mayor declared, drawing out the suspense. Our Easter princess this year is